Today we delve into one of the most significant moments in European history, the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 AD. This event marked the end of an era and set the stage for the medieval period. Let's explore the complex mix of factors that led to the empire's decline, including economic troubles, invasions by the Germanic tribes, and the iconic sacking of Rome. The economic foundation of the Western Roman Empire had been deteriorating for centuries before its fall. The empire grappled with crippling inflation, exacerbated by excessive minting of coins to fund the bureaucracy and military, which devalued the currency and led to price surges throughout the realm. A shrinking tax base compounded by widespread land abandonment and a decreasing population due to plague and famine further strained financial resources. Additionally, an over-reliance on slave labor stifled economic innovation and technological advancement, as there was little incentive to improve agriculture or manufacturing efficiencies. As the economic structure faltered, so did the empire's ability to maintain its military defense. This economic instability made it increasingly difficult to pay and supply the legions, leaving the borders vulnerable to attacks and reducing the loyalty among the troops, which was once the backbone of the Roman Empire. Consequently, the weakened economic and military systems entered a vicious cycle, further destabilizing the empire. Turning our attention to external pressures, the invasions by Germanic tribes were perhaps the most direct and relentless threats to the stability of the Western Roman Empire. Groups like the Visigoths, Vandals, and Ostrogoths were driven into Roman territories, propelled by their own displacement due to the movements of other aggressive tribes and the allure of Rome's wealth. The Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD, where the Roman army suffered a devastating defeat against the Visigoths, underscored the empire's weakening military might. This catastrophic loss not only exposed the vulnerabilities in Roman military strategy, but also emboldened other barbarian groups to challenge the faltering giant. This was followed by the sacking of Rome in 410 AD by Alaric's Visigothic force, an event that shattered the invincibility of Rome in the eyes of the world. The psychological blow from this event deeply affected Roman morale and prestige, accelerating the empire's decline. Political instability further exacerbated the situation in the Western Roman Empire. There was a rapid turnover of rulers, with emperors often coming to power through military support rather than hereditary succession or senatorial approval. This unstable political climate led to a cycle of coups and short-lived reigns, which severely destabilized the central authority and eroded the administrative structure of the empire. Commanders frequently seized power only to be replaced by other ambitious leaders in a short order, creating an environment of constant uncertainty and shifting allegiances. The frequent power struggles and intrigues diverted attention and resources away from addressing the empire's pressing external challenges and deteriorating internal administration, leading to neglect and mismanagement of critical affairs. This persistent turmoil undermined the ability of the state to function effectively, making it all but impossible to implement any long-term strategies for recovery. The culminating points of these crises were the symbolic sacks of Rome, events that not only demonstrated the physical vulnerability of the empire, but also eroded its once unassailable image. The first of these occurred in 410 AD when the Visigoths, led by Alaric, breached the walls of Rome. This was not just a military defeat, but a profound psychological blow to the empire, as it was the first time in 800 years that Rome had fallen to foreign enemies. The city was plundered for 3 days, leading to a significant loss of wealth, cultural artifacts, and morale. Just over 4 decades later, in 455 AD, the Vandals, led by King Gesseric, launched another devastating attack. They sailed across the Mediterranean unchallenged and determined, and upon reaching Rome, they inflicted severe damage over 2 weeks, stripping the city of its riches, including precious metals and sacred relics. These events did not just strip Rome of its treasures, but also drastically diminish its prestige and standing as the heart of an invincible empire. The psychological impact of seeing Rome, the eternal city, so thoroughly vanquished resonated throughout the remnants of the empire, signaling to all that the end of the Roman dominion in the West was imminent. The fall of the Western Roman Empire was not caused by a single event, but rather a combination of long-standing economic difficulties, relentless invasions, and chronic political instability. These factors intertwined over time to dismantle the empire from within and without, paving the way for emergence of medieval Europe. As we look back on this historical shift, it becomes clear how the legacy of Rome shaped by the subsequent history of the continent, influencing the rise of kingdoms and cultures that followed in its wake. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the Western Roman Empire's decline, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more historical insights.